に影響してしまう。
絶対にあったりしないよな。
来るなよ。
この色、腐った玉ねぎの皮みたいね。
世の中にこんな場所があったなんて。声が大きい。
じゃあ西に行けば絶対にあったりしないよな。
ついてくるなよ。
この色、腐った玉ねぎの皮
道に
みたいね。
迷わない能力って言えるかな。
見切りました。通常を焼き
スイッチーミネよ、契約を果たせ。口封じ。
せい。どの目が出るかしら。ここより弱滅の時。はっはっふっそこ。ふんはっ。逃げ道はありません。
手加減なしよ。キトラリー、キツパパ、ゴーよ。
石煙に葬られよ。はっはっせっはっ加速すると。捕まえた。やっ燃えよ。ふん裁きの雷。せっ逃げ道はあります。
口封じは任せたからね。
この天下で裁く。はっせっはっせっ風情を焼き尽くす。かかれ。見切りました。無我の境地。せっはっはっ痛がっちゃいない。
Whatever. I'll just go solo. I was gonna check to see the fact that someone was there. I was like, oh, maybe they'll pop in. Whatever. I'll just go in by myself.
剣女盤石。
震えてるじゃない。極寒のせい？それとも恐怖？
難攻不落。岩山八九。いざ。剣女盤石。難攻不落。
踊りなさい。剣女盤石。豪華の法要。天道万象。
召喚化粧。
全てが燃え尽きるまで。
難攻不落。
豪華の法要。
お触り禁止。
救済はいらない。いらないの。
星と深淵。無事今日の星と深淵。
ここより弱滅の時。
痛がっちゃいないの。
逃げ道はありません。
さあ働きなさい。
見せてみろ。
捕まえた。
頭上を焼き尽くす。
力が。
烈日よ、私に従え。
痛がっちゃいないの。手加減なしよ。いや、えい、せい、えい、へっ、いや、はっ、えい。この同点も同点について。
Hey there, how's it? I'm going. I'm doing well. How about you?
いもん。よく眠れた？
まあまあよく寝た。
この2日間。
お姉さんからの返事には色オフでも現れ始めたって。
色オフでもか？
この件を解決すれば患者さんの体内からは死気が取り除かれて元気になるはずで、いいお知らせだよ。天チェン様の指揮のもと、リーユエにある8門の位置が全部分かったの。
それはよかった。
今夜陣を敷くわ。8門の陣の目にごま弾を配置して、北条堂の秘宝で8門は地脈によってつながっているから、秘宝の効果はリーユエの隅々まで及び、指揮を一掃できるはずよ。うんうん。王城堂史上最大規模のすでに手配済みよ。2日前にすでに位置を特定してある4つの門に、色オフにある正門、奥蔵山にある都門へはそれぞれ国星と関羽が、それから古雲閣にある経門は北斗に、双眼巨園にある正門は家蘭に任せてあるわ。そして昨晩は残り4つの門の位置も明らかになった。5つ目は敵家衆の啓門。
Oh, the place where we always meet him. Oh, that's pretty convenient for him.
6つ目は警作層の旧門。こっちは。そして7つ目、リユエ港にある開門は、
最後の門は
無謀の丘にある指紋。当然ながらこの同種が引き受けたよ。
待て待て。じゃあ仕事はもう全部振り分けられちゃったのか？
ごめん、2人は乗り遅れちゃったね。
そうそう、8門って言ってるけど実は
ありえない。どうしても仕事がしたいって言うなら天チェン様の分を狙った旅人。あなたの気持ちはちゃんと分かっているわ。
その前に風道主が旅人に頼みたいことがあるらしいか。
ごめん、勝手に旅人の時間を今年の解答祭はあまり遊ぶ時間がなくてさ。今夜もリーユエ港にいないから消灯祭も見れないし、だから今のうちに友人たちに吉五線を渡しておきたいって思ってね。それで多少は解答祭を過ごした気分になれるでしょ。付き合ってもらえるかな？
I don't know. This seems like she knows she's gonna die, so she wants to get these things out of the way before she dies. You know, getting her affairs in order type vibe.
オイラたちを待ってたんだ。
あんまり時間がないから8問を担当する仲間たちには先に、本来なら王城堂がやるべき仕事なのに。
It was also kind of weird though. She's like, "Oh, I know we're pressed for time." It's like, "Well, if you're pressed for time, then why weren't you doing this while you were waiting for us? Like, why didn't you just go out immediately? Why do you need us to be with you there?" Oh, that's cool. You know, also doesn't burn my wallet. Not buying it at all. Not spending any money. It really helps out my wallet.
気にしないでちょうだい。他のみんなもまだリーユエ港にいるはずだから行こっか。まずは不袋に行ってみよう。そろそろ警察層に行っちゃうかも。アクセル全開。
フータを
おや、こんな時。
警察層に向かうところなんだ。
間に合ってよかった。
それは風道師はよほどご機嫌のようだ。私のような厄介。
ちゃんと人数分用意したからね。はい、これは。
ほう、日の門ですか。
厄介だって今自分でも言ったでしょ。だから。
Or I wonder if maybe these coins are part of the ritual she needs. You know, maybe these coins will act as a medium for her. Because obviously there's the idea that she's putting her affairs in order. It's the last little memento before she expects her to die. Before she expects herself to die. The other thing could be that she's going to be using these coins as a medium to give to all the Gate Guardians to be like, cool, now I'll be able to distribute some of the Fetor perhaps. Or who knows, maybe it's like, maybe she didn't intend for that, but like, because they have the coins, they can help power friendship her way through the Fetor perhaps.
医術の向上とか願望成就とかはやめとくね。それが叶ったらこの日の字には平和への願いが込められてるよ。ここを訪れ
白術の仕事がなくなりますようにって聞こえるけどな。
長生にはこれをあげる。
どれどれ、こっちは
天地調和、万物繁栄の意味が込められてるよ。
風同士は気が利くな。7の分もあるんだろ。7の分。
ナナちゃんにはこの平安の模様、どこにいても安全で全てがうまくいきますように。薬草を取りに行くときは危ない場所に近づいちゃダメだよ。もしナナちゃんに何かあったら一番困るのは白先生だよ。2番目に困るのは私だって、ナナちゃんを埋められなくなるからね。
ひひ。ナナもだいぶ元気になった。ナナは教師。
今夜の八問七問の陣に関してはナナも行くと一点張りなんです。
死の気配。病気になったら白先生が治す。みんな
安心してナナちゃん、今夜こそ全部解決するから。じゃ私たちはこれで。
No thanks, not interested.
お待ちなさい、フードシュ。
何何してるの？
病人相手じゃなくても秘術を使えるのか。
今夜フードシュは最も危険な指紋を担当することになります。私は大した仕事はできませんが。
白術には影響ないの？
ご心配なく。風道主には目の敵にされているのですからね。損してまで助けるような真似はしませんよ。
フータを。次はどこに行くんだ？
運金のところに行こう。先生、座頭。
あら、フータオさん、どうしたんですか？旅人さんとパイモンさんまで。この間フータオさんを探しに旅人さんたちが来ましたが、陰口なんて叩いていませんよ。
うふふ、運金に会いたくて来たんだよ。ダメ？
いえ、
そうだぞ。ついでに吉子。
はい。これは尺の字の模様が描かれた吉五線だよ。運金と深淵、リーユエコー一番の芸術家。運金、深淵には代わりに渡しといてくれる？探しても見つか
ありがとうございます。とても気に入りました。
残念ながら夜の消灯祭には参加できそうになくって。
他に用事？
ちょっとお仕事の方。
そういえば総務室から知らせが出されていました。今夜先陣を。もしかして用事という。
さすが運金、
世界危険はないのです。ちょっと危ないけど全然大丈夫だよね、旅人。嘘では。金たら、私のことはともかく旅人。いえ、そういう意味では。はあ、わかりました。ありがとう。でももっと聞きたい曲があるの。あれを聞かせてよ。あれ、ほら、あれだよ、あれ。
なんだよ、なぞなぞか。
DUA 劇版のヒルチャームだよ。前に金と賭けをしたの。負けた人が自分の得意な歌い方で相手の書いた詩を歌うんだ。金の歌ねえ、お願いお願い。あ、もしかして旅人がいると恥ずかしい？そんなことありませんよ、まったく。ねえ金、優しい優しい金お姉さん、お願い聞かせ。わかりました。今夜の仕事。ダメダメ、今じゃないと。
Yeah, see, it's incredibly suspicious that she wants to hear it now. So all this stuff really feels like she herself does know that it actually is incredibly dangerous.
フータオのフは不条理のフだからね。私、全世界のわがまま大会で優勝する自信あるから。そろそろ本領発揮するよ。ねねねねねねねねね。はあ、あなた。
来たぜ。
大球球病了，二球球巧，三球球才要，四球球熬。
わあ、大満足。どう？私に付き合って正解だったでしょう。お恥ずかしいものをお見せしました。ありがとね、金。じゃあそろそろ。ちょっと待ってください。皆さん、本当にないって考え。あなたたちが無事仕事を終えて帰ってきたら発揮連等々お聞かせします。ですからフータオさん、旅人さん、約束。
次はどこに行くんだ？
I mean, maybe she just thinks she's really...
万人堂だよ。
Maybe she just thinks she is going to survive. Like, maybe she just is underestimating how dangerous it is. Or maybe she knows how dangerous it is. Maybe it's like a 50-50 chance, but she's like, well, 50-50 is still not that bad. Like, you know, it's obviously not great. But, like, it's not like it's like, oh, yeah, I have a 5% chance of living. This is a 95% mortality. Oh shit, did I change my own Zhangling into her outfit? I can't remember if I did.
おっと、それなら同志のこの私のセンスを褒めてくれないと。
はいはい、フータオのセンスは世界一だよ。
お返しだよ。フォンテーヌのあのデザイナーのとこに行ってシャンリンについて説明したんだ。こうって。
Well, I mean, everything's a 50-50. Either you die or you don't.
あのデザイナーさん、本当にすごいね。特にこのグーパーの帽子。
But, like, obviously, it's just heavily implying that she's, you know, going to die. But she said she's not. She said there's risk, but she says she can totally do it. Basing it off nothing, really. She has no real reason why she thinks she can. Because she doesn't understand. There's no way she could possibly understand the scope of the issue. So, it could be that she just is blindly confident, and so she thinks it's a decent chance of success, but because she underestimated the actual problem, maybe that's why she gets screwed over. I don't know. Like, the giving away of coins now, though, is like, it's the kind of thing you could have done before we even arrived. So the fact that we have to do it now is kind of like, you know, it's obviously a huge death flag.
新しい服でこうやって一緒に立ってると本当の姉妹みたいだぜ。
へへへ。そうだシャンリン、今日は服じゃなくてこの事業躍進はシャンリンに。料理の腕をもっと極めていつか私はそんなにすぐ。それとこの一家万金は行く秋ので、 この合計不屈は超運だ。あの二人は陳玉の谷に行ったんだよね。これを渡しておいて。
I mean, I've also seen some screenshots that kind of are somewhat spoilery, where I see Hu Tao with like lines on her face to indicate she's being like corrupted or something like that. So obviously it's not super positive. So I don't think she dies. Like obviously I don't think she actually dies. I do think she gets really close to death, and maybe it's us who saves her because of our ability. I don't know. Like we can absorb the abyss. Does that mean we can purify anything, or is it just are we only able to purify the abyss? It's hard to say because we've only ever done it with the abyss.
私に頼まなくても二人が戻ってきてから自分であげたらいいでしょ。
まあまあ、私は今夜忙しいからあの二人が戻ってきてすぐ渡せないんじゃないかなって思って。
わかった。そういえばまさか
そういうこと。これが終われば行く秋の曽祖父ちゃん。
そんなにすごいんだ。最近は今回の仕事が終わったらそうしまたドタキャンしたら何
しないしない。旅人が保証してくれるよ。
じゃあ約束ね。もしまた来なかったら無理やりにでも旅人に連れてきてもらうからご飯食べに来いってね。
Yeah, oh, even since it came out, so you haven't played the newest Natland stuff? Because the newest Natland stuff was us fighting the Abyss, and it became even more of a point. So obviously we purified Dvalin's tear, and it was like, cool, we can purify it, nice. But in Natland, us being able to purify the Abyss was actually relevant a few times. We actually did do it a few times, and our resistance to the Abyss was semi-important as well. But, like, I don't know. So, like, obviously it heavily implies that we're just super resistant to the Abyss, which could be because we're travelers. Like, we traveled through space. We travel through space and stuff, so and maybe we had to resist the Abyss to even be able to travel between worlds. So that might be why. But, like, I don't know. Is it just purely Abyss resistance, or could it just be or could we just be a purifier? Hard to say. Obviously, we'll see, because obviously this quest is going to happen, and we're going to have to do her thing. Presumably we're going to have to help Hu Tao to do whatever the hell she's doing.
一緒に王城堂に戻ろう。
楽しみだな。オイラたちは
あったパイモンにはこれ。
このマークは
宝の印は財宝将来の意味があるんだよ。
フータオって本当にオイラのことをよく。
旅人のを忘れるわけがないでしょ。
Are we gonna get a Rex Lapis one? But yeah, I would definitely recommend playing the game. It's definitely a lot of fun, a lot of shit to do. You know, if you stopped playing at the beginning, there's, you know, a lot of contents to explore. You know, assuming you did Mondstadt and Liyue, there's Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, and now Natland. We're already halfway done with Natland, so we should be getting Sesnaya later this year.
よーく見て。前と何か違うと思わない？はは、よく気づいたね。こんなに早く気づけるなんて、いつもお通しの私の写真をこっそり見てるんじゃないの
？Yeah, because like obviously with 1.0, Mondstadt and Liyue were there, so if you had completely 100%ed that before 1.1, then, or even just 1.1, you'd be, well, if you did 1.1, you'd be finished with the Liyue quest. There was the final conclusion of Liyue, which wasn't present in 1.0. And then Dragonspine came out in 1.2, so like, there's Dragon Spine, and then Liyue, or Dragon Spine, and then Inazuma, Subaru, Fontaine, and Natlan. All of which have pretty cool stories. Definitely recommend playing because it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I've enjoyed the story. It's been pretty cool. Has some interesting epic moments.
この梅の枝。
これってフータの。
なんとこの私が自ら植えた木なんだよ。旅人、あなたはリーユエ校にこんなにたくさん友達がいるから、きっとこの後も吉野線をもらう機会はたくさんあると思う。
Yeah, there's been Natlan introduced an interesting new effect. So all the Natlan characters synergize really well with each other, and the artifact set for them is really cool too. Because if you trigger their little burst, if you trigger their Natlan burst, then you get a. If you have the artifact set for the Natlan characters, it gives you 40% crit rate, which makes it really easy to have really high crit rate for those characters. It's pretty fun. Like my Chaska, for instance, when that 40% buff is on from her artifact set, she has 100% crit rate.
もう一体何考えちゃったの？
びっくりした。
この
お前見る目があるな。まさに停戦だぞ。でも本物とはもしかして
そんなにいいものなんだ。さあ時間も時間だし、そろそろ準備して無謀の丘に行ってくるよ。あなたたちも早く玉境内に戻って。天主園様からの用事もある。
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you had come back and pulled for them when they're on the banners.
安心して。
Oh, I mean, so yeah, Natlan had its own little interesting thing. Fontaine introduced their own interesting gimmick too, where a lot of the Fontainian characters have to do with like HP gaining and loss. So like, there's even an artifact set around it where if you lose or gain HP, you get I think it's a crit rate buff, or maybe it's a damage buff or something like that. And so, and a lot of the Fontainian characters reduce their own HP, but also have ways to get it back as well. So it's kind of like a high risk, high reward type thing, kind of like Hu Tao. Like Hu Tao does well at low health. A lot of Fontainian characters they don't go super low. Like their HP draining only goes up to 50% their max health, so they don't naturally bring themselves below that. Okay. Alright, so that's Beidou. Okay, so yeah, Lan Yin is pretty cool. Xingqiu is really good too. Yeah, Xingqiu and Beidou are really good characters. They synergize pretty well because he does his water swords, Beidou does her little lightning snake. With every normal attack, you can get both of them to fire off. And then Lan Yan is a really good Anemo healer. Or not healer, shielder. And shields are pretty cool.
あれかっけえ。来てくれたんだね。今日。
水飲み人。
Yeah, that's that's pretty cool about the game is that, like Xingqiu, for instance, is still used like to this day. He's like he's considered one of the best 4-star characters, simply because he's a really good Hydro applicator, and then his damage can be ramping up a little bit. Plus, he does a little bit of healing and damage reduction too, so that's always a bonus.
何千伝説の陣を借りるのは初めてだし、どうなるかは誰にもわからない。でもこれだけは言える。そうだ。旅人が特別な吉五線をくれたんだ。
And there's a lot of cool characters. Have a lot of interesting teams. Like Xingqiu and Zhang Ling will work well together. There's a lot of people like Bennett. I mean, there's like the national team, which is like I think it's like Chongyun, Xingqiu, Zhang Ling, and Bennett. I think that's what it's called. Or maybe it's something else. But either way, yeah, that's what's pretty cool about the elemental effects of this game is that even older characters still can be useful because, like, even if their damage isn't high, if they apply have some utility, like Xingqiu's Hydro application, it still makes them really useful. Like, Yolan is a direct upgrade. Like, she's the full 5-star version of him. She basically does the same stuff and scales a little better because she just purely scales off HP, so you can just stack HP and be good. Where Xingqiu kind of wants HP and attack. You want HP to do to get the most, or something of hers scales off HP, but some other things also scale off attack. I think his burst scales off attack or something like that. So since he's split scaling, his damage is always a little low, whereas Elaine's purely HP face scaling, and she has higher stats and all that shit, and does basically the same thing he does. So she's the direct upgrade, but even still, like you could still use Xingqiu and be totally fine. There's even some people who do both Elaine and Xingqiu for max Hydra application.
今無事でいられるのは旅人の強運のおかげだと思う。だからもしこの停戦が同志の言葉にも一理あるが、これはだからこそだよ。今夜のことは私にもわからない。もし私が帰ってこれないほどひどいことになって。
And that's why, like, any new characters come out, it's not like other games where it's like, oh, okay, you have to have the new characters because the new characters do more damage. Because I mean, they do. Like, there's always showcases of showing how the newest character does shitloads of damage, so they're really, really good. But it doesn't make any of the other characters bad, and they can still get you a lot of utility. And that's the cool thing they did. But they added the monthly Imaginarium Theater, in that because for the Imaginarium Theater, you put in a bunch of characters. If you like leveled up a bunch of them, you can then put all of them in and fight with them. And so it allows you to, well, not really allows you, but it kind of forces you to use characters you maybe don't use that much, so you can kind of get a feel for how useful they are in various party comps. It definitely tests your skill and a little bit luck to try to mix and match various characters. Although the Imaginarium Theater is kind of more endgame, like really endgame kind of thing, because it's not just use any character you have. There's a theme where it's like you can only select characters from a specific element, or specific elements. You're given 3 elements, you can only select characters from that, plus a few bonus ones. A few specific bonus characters, which you can use your own or the trial characters if you don't have them built or have them at all. So, it's really cool, but like, to do really, really well in it, you need a lot of characters all built well enough to actually use, which, if you're new or haven't been playing the game much, it's unlikely you have like all your characters built. So, but it's still pretty fun because like once you have them built, you can use, like, even if they're not like super good and you're like, well, I like this team better than that team, or I like these characters better than this character, you might actually still use that character in Imaginarium Theater. So it makes you allows you to use characters you built even if you don't really want to use them in your main team. Yeah, I mean, you can still do it now. If you want all the rewards, you obviously need to be relatively high level. But there is a beginner mode. Like, there's a variety of difficulties. So like the first level difficulty only has a few rooms, and you don't have to put in that many characters, and the level requirement is lower. So you could do it. I think you might be able to do it now. Now, I'm not 100% sure because when it was introduced half a year ago, I was already max level. So it's like I don't know what the requirements for it were. I think you could probably still do it and just do the lowest difficulty and still get some rewards for it. But as you get stronger and you level more characters, you can then start increasing the difficulty bit by bit to get more rewards with each month. And they have some really cool bonuses for doing it.
いよいよどうにもならなくなったら、同志の私にもその時が来た。どうか慎重に。過去にとらわれないでくれ。分かってる。そろそろ時間だから、私は出発するよ。今日はいい天気だね。赤き花の咲く時に舞い、その血のごとき色に染まり。They
introduced these cool little trails. I think they call them echoes or visages? Visage echo? Something like that.
Ryan さんか。じゃあ遠慮なく。この前はそういえばごめんね。 本家のお姉さんが家にあった古い八文七文の陣が地脈の力を借りてるのを考慮すると、
つまり一人消すのは必要条件である可能性があるということよ。
フードは絶対あくまでお姉さんの推測だよ。それでフード見て、私がフード氏のために作った陶人形たくさんあるよ。お姉さんの教えてくれた通りにたくさんの陶人形を陣につなげたんだ。そうすれば
みんなこの案に賛成してくれたわ。
Oh, I see. So I was assuming that Hu Tao was going to use the coin she gave them to essentially do what these Rattan figures are going to do. But it seems like now they have their own thing.
願を抵抗けれど、式は極め旅人の力添えが欲しいところだけど。
ほらね、旅人。じゃあフード氏のどういうこと？何も間違って
一体なぜ？
この方法は対人と一緒で地脈の力を借りてるものなん。おお、なるほど。
Yeah, this is something that was mentioned as part of the Sumeru quest line, the Irmin Sul, which is essentially the tree of life for the ley lines, I think. Essentially doesn't we don't have a record of our existence there as we are a traveler.
そんなことが？
そんなことってあるの？わからない。こんな状況は初め。
そうね。残念だけど、ここまで私たちだけの力で風道書が受ける衝撃を。
I mean, we're going to go too. We can share with it. We can share it with her in person, can't we? I mean, if I can absorb her, I don't see why we have to connect to it. You know, like, can't we just, you just connect, doesn't the figurine just need to be the one connected to her? But yeah, so one of the cool things about the thing, I would say, these echoes. So basically, if you do the Imaginarium Theater, you get these keys, and you can get a certain number of keys every single month. And then if you get 2 keys, you can unlock a challenge for a variety of characters. And if you complete that challenge for them, you get this little echo. So it gives this little trail behind them. I got Ganya's one too. Ganya has a little thingy. I got Kaching's as well. Obviously, it looks a little more impressive because, not surprisingly, it's the same color as them, so it's a purple trail. But on a purple background, it's really fucking hard to see. Which is somewhat understandable. It's still kind of annoying. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, who else had one? Not her. Oh yeah, Ningong got one. Oh, Ginkgo leaves. Oh yeah, Kira got one. Yeah, so that's unique to the Imaginarium Theater. Now, you still need to be like, to get all the keys, or to get the most amount of keys you can each month, you need to be doing the highest difficulty. But it doesn't stop you from doing the lower difficulties, and it also gives you a few, it gives you coins for completion that you can use to trade in for camera poses too. So if you want to pose your character and take screenshots, they've released a few poses every now and then for a variety of characters as well.
Hora, 解答祭が始まるぞ。先生が彩る。
CJ
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's completely unique to Imaginarium. So, and it resets every month. So it's kind of like Spiral Abyss, except there's no real like. Once you beat Spiral Abyss and get 36 stars the first time, there's no real like point to doing it again, other than just the rewards. Like you get Primo Gems for it and a few artifacts and stuff. But like you can get Primo Gems and artifacts from doing other shit too. So the Imaginarium Theater, like the poses and Echo's little trails, are 100% unique that you can only get from doing that. Which I like, and that's the main reason why I do it too, because it's unique and I really like them.
はいフータオさんからあたいにフータオ店長様買い物準備は
ええ風同種そして皆の幸運を
Yeah, I just didn't understand why we don't go with her. Like, I thought it's like, oh yeah, everyone else went by themselves, but like, Ningguang and Lan Yan are together. Chi-Chi and Baizu went together, so it's like you completely go together. So I don't see why the one that is the most dangerous has her go by herself. Unless, of course, she can't go by her, or she can't go with people because, like, maybe she can't go with people because like she's obfuscating herself, and so maybe the person who obfuscates himself can't go with another person. Because like maybe the point is because she's hiding and all the other gates are guarded, all the fetter goes to that gate. So because it thinks it's empty, and so if we went with her, we would see that we're there. I'm not sure. It's obviously it's based in Eastern religion and philosophy and magic and shit like that. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't know how much of a basis in quote unquote real magic it has, or if this is something completely made up by the team.
地脈のことか。ここでしばらくお前たちを待っていた。それは旅人の性質だ。俺にもなすすべはない。
Also, it's like, we're not connected to the ley lines. It's like, yeah, but we're literally the only person not connected to the ley lines. So, like, I think and whatever, so that might have some advantages that we don't know of. So I think, ruining that advantage just to help her out in this one instance, I don't see why we just don't go and help her.
同志からこの停戦を旅人に同志の気持ちだ。すべては同志の思いついたことならある。八問七問の陣は地脈によって動いている。消されるものも同じだ。
Yep.
そしてお前は地脈と接続できない。解答祭が
Oh, I see. So if we were at the gate, oh, I see. So if they use the ley lines to obfuscate herself, then we, who are not visible by the ley lines, can also go to that gate without any problem. Without any problem, because they won't see us. Or whoever it is, or whatever it is, doesn't see us because even the ley lines don't see us. And if they're using the ley lines to sense, that would kind of make sense, maybe? But then again, why don't we then all the more reason for us to be with Hu Tao in Luang Hill, so why the fuck are we still here?
この明かりが空に満ちるとき
And also, yeah, again, they haven't really answered the core question of why didn't we go with her?
炎に祈りを捧げ厄を払ういざ
Oh, I thought this was going to be the. I thought this was going to be the last quest. I thought this was gonna be the epilogue. We do the ceremony, everyone survives, and then we have the big cutscene for the ending.
无朝虚无高，地主中有。刀剑斧镯，明智自重，女儿混淆各散不得手。金戈铁马难云移，虽以天阶地主情，我不并亲身思好，无论人泉水东临流，
Oh, okay. I was wondering if he was gonna do the ceremony thing like everyone else was, but he was.
神秘の炎、駒の断り、力繰り寄せ、災い払う。
火が消えちゃう。やっぱりダメだったの。
フード氏を信じるわ。
時が来たみたい。
Also, just begs the question: why didn't she just have like a shitload of those dolls? Just get like 100 of those dolls in front of her.
無常の終わり、往生諸行、我が因なり。
来年の解答祭、もし蝶が飛んできたら、それはみんなを見に行った私だよ。
儀式は成功し、
どうしたの？フード氏は。なんだって？そんな。
Well, I mean, and that was the other thing too, is that like, if it is that risky, then why the fuck are, like, one, why didn't we go with her? For fuck's sake, we should have just gone with her. Two, even if we can't go to the actual gate itself and be like literally with her in person, like right next to her, we could be relatively close. So if she needs help, we can jump in and save her as quickly as possible. The fact that we're still here when all this shit was happening. Oh, I see. Did he send us? Did he teleport? I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell because, like, we can teleport, right? But the question is, are we actually teleporting? You know, like, are we actually literally teleporting, or are we just instead? Is the teleportation? Are the waypoints just a representation for travel? You know, like if we teleport to a waypoint, are we actually just teleporting there, or is that teleportation just supposed to mask us walking there, right? Like, so have they just gamified travel? Is it that lore-wise we're walking to that location and we're teleporting just to save time because we're in a game, right? Or are we lore-wise actually teleporting? Yeah, and that's so weird about this, right? It means I can take Hu Tao's place in the array. Yes, so why the fuck weren't you with her in the first place? Like, if Zhongli already knew this, then why the fuck didn't he tell us this when Hu Tao was heading over there? Why couldn't we have just gone with her? You know, why wait until after all of this has gone to shit before then sending us there? Like, this is the kind of thing that we should have been aware of when Lan Yan told us he can't connect us to ley lines. And Zhongli should have mentioned that, and instead of telling us in riddles, he should have been, what I mean to say is you can replace her, so get the fuck over there now. You know? Go now, so you can help her now. Although it's hard to say, because like He said he sent us on our way, so it could be that he teleported us over. Okay, let's go. But yeah, I do think this is a little stupid because it's like, come on, dude, like, why didn't we go with her? Like, I was complaining the entire time that we didn't go with her. Like the entire time, I was like bitching and moaning. I was like, God damn it! Like, why are you not with her, right? Because I thought it was like Lanyan and Ningguang were going to talk to us before we then head over to and go with Nutao. But then they're like, nope, you're going to leave and let Nutao go by herself. Which is like, why? No, I mean, the whole point is that's its purpose. Its purpose is to absorb Fetter, and that's what we're fighting against. And it could be that because we're reducing the amount of Fetter in the area, it makes it easier to find and save Hu Tao. And of course, there's where she was. But again, it's just like so weird. Like they just said, oh yeah, you're not going to go with her. Why aren't you going with her? Who knows? We're just not going to go with her. Like, why didn't we go with her? Like, we should have just gone with her. Like, duh. Oh, nice. Free stuff from Homa.
ここにはいない。これは。もうここにはいない。これは。もうここにはいない。これは。もうここにはいない。もうここにはいない。これは。
Also, it's kind of weird. Like, why are there cracks in the tree, right? Like, wasn't the whole point of this that we're supposed to be fixing this problem at its core? So wouldn't the cracks in the tree, wouldn't that indicate that that's the problem? Because there's cracks in there? Or no, actually, maybe that's it. Maybe the cracks in the tree lead here, and this is the house they kept talking about.
絶対に見に来てくださると。またドタキャンしたら何してもらおうかな。じゃあ約束ね。もしまた来なかったら無理やりにでも旅人に連れてきてもらうから、ご飯食べに来いってね。
Oh no, this is supposed to be the afterlife? Is that King Yama's house?
どうか慎重に。過去にとらわれないでくれ。後半にはこんな言葉もあったが、心に従い最善を尽くせ。
おじいちゃん、それにお父さん、迎えに来てくれたの？私よくできたか？
もちろんだ。シャオタオ。
それなら
おっと、俺たちは
私も会いたかった。
生まれるべき時に生まれ、ああ、いつか必ず会える。ほら、
旅人？安心して、私は大丈夫。帰ろう。みんな待ってるから。
Oh, I guess we can't purify it because we're all marked up too. Now kiss. Well, I mean, I don't know. She's like, both of us are not marked anymore. Oh yeah, look, it's no longer blue anymore. So I guess the cracks are normal. The blue just indicates there's a fissure, perhaps. Either way, yeah, we were briefly marked when we were trying to pull her out, but now both of us are fine. So I don't know. It seems like you can resist Fetter just generally, because like we can absorb a little bits of it. Because like obviously, her and Lan Yan were in this location before and didn't die. So maybe you're fine, and you can like your life force can naturally resist it and recover. But beyond a certain point, then you just die, or your life force starts getting reduced.
白術の診断は怪盗祭の番だぞ。フータオがお前をおぶってきたんだ。フータオたちの悪いところを学んだな。ここ数日いろんな人がお前をもうみんな行っちゃったけど、ちゃんと横になって休んど。
But yeah, like so Mavika also has the set. So right now I have 40% crit rate, but because of this artifact set, when I do Night Soul Burst, I get 40%. So her crit rate will go up to 82%. Chaska, as an example, has a 65% crit rate. Her crit rate goes to 105%. So she will 100%, once she triggers Night Soul Burst, which is just something that Nat Lane characters naturally do, she'll be bussin'. Yeah, I've been slacking off because right now I'm like on my treadmill, so I'm walking. So basically, during my lunch breaks, what I'll do is I'll hop on my treadmill, do my dailies while I walk. So that's why I haven't been in a super rush. But also, I've done everything else in Lantern Right. So like I did all the mini games, I did all that shit. So that's why I've been going kind of slow. I've been doing bit by bit. Putting in like an hour here, an hour there, and doing all the other shit. And then leaving this for last. But now, it's getting close to the end, so I gotta be quick.
誰かさんのおかげでね。白術が旅人を見るついでに、私のこと旅人の方は元気そうに見えるけど、具合悪いとこあったりだといいけど、まさかこんな大胆な行動に出るとは思わなかったよ。生を私と同じ風に解明した方がいいんじゃない？不合理の不ってことで。あ、見て、ちびっこ二人あんなに早く走っちゃって。あそこのお嬢さんは夕焼け空みたいにほっぺたが赤く染まってる。はあ、この景色、今年も果節は巡り来て、新たな豆腐で市開く。杉氏昔も尊けれども、旅人ありがとう。怪盗祭を祝して。
Yeah, I thought the way it was going to shake out was that we were going to do Act 3, and then once Act 3 was done, that's when they were going to do the Lantern Right shit. So I was actually surprised that there was going to be, like, I thought the epilogue was going to be the big cutscene and shit for, like, the celebration of Lantern Rite. But I guess it's going to be just a proper final wrap up. But yeah, that was a pretty cool quest. I have a little bit of time. I have 2 days to do it. So I have tomorrow and the next day to do just one quest and the epilogue at one of that. I'll probably do this tomorrow. No, probably. I will do it tomorrow. Because I've been walking for an hour and 12 minutes. I'm getting kind of pooped. So I'm going to go ahead and shower and relax. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.